Hi, how you guys doing? You guys doing good? Cause I'm doing really good. It's been a while since I've done one of these. What's it been? 3, 4 months? Maybe 5? Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a tier list. I think the last time I did one was talking about like UFC fighters, like knockout power, and that video turned out to be like a massive flop. I hope this one isn't. So today we are gonna be talking, like making a tier list about every pay-per-view of 2025, and I'll give like a brief like breakdown of how they were, how good I think they are, how bad I think they are, how I did like on picks and stuff like that. And yeah, there's gonna be no timestamps in this video, so don't even waste your time going to the description unless you want to see my nice little like greetings for those who do check the description. But yeah, let's start off with UFC 311. Now UFC 311, bro, I'll be real, I think it's an A tier pay-per-view. Obviously Arman Sarukian pulled out, fucked over the entire card. This card was a little S tier, but like if it wasn't for Arman pulling out, that is like, I think Arman pulling out really fucked, because we lost not only Islam Arman, we also lost Dariush Moicano, which was also a very good fight. So yeah, Arman pulling out, but we did have like Islam Moicano. Islam submitted Moicano in round 1. I picked Islam to beat Renato Moicano. I also picked Islam to beat Arman Sarukian. Marab not dominated. He beat Umar 48-47 in my opinion. I thought it was a pretty close fight, but round 4, Marab started dominating, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Umar was gonna win as well, with like, so that was, in my opinion, was probably fight of the night. Then we had the other fight of the night, Yuri Proska versus Jamal Hill. Again, I picked Jamal Hill to win that fight, and I got that pick brutally wrong. And I'll be real, I can't even remember what the other fights were on that main card, because it's been a while. I think there was yeah, I cannot remember any of the fights on the main card. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up right. Okay, so Rainier Derrida did get like a really good finish against Kevin Holland in round 1. I thought that was really good. Obviously Rainier Derrida like just took him down immediately. That was like a Khamzat Chimaev type performance. Yuri Proska had that crazy knockout. Bro, I was screaming when Yuri like dominated Jamal Hill like that. But yeah, this card wasn't that crazy. It was like, okay, it was pretty crazy. Like, it was an A tier in my opinion. But we did get robbed of like Arman Sarukian versus like what do you call it, Islam Makhachev. Because I tell you, bro, it would be an S tier, right? Like literal S tier without a second thought. But it's because that Arman pulled out, I have it at the A tier. Now let's talk about UFC 312. I'm not even gonna explain, but UFC 312 was fucking dog shit. It had Strickland Duplessis, a fight that did not make any sense. The co-main event was, I think it was Zhang Weili versus Suarez. I don't know how to say last name, but yeah, this card was absolute shit. Literally the only two, like, they're like the only 2 fights I can remember. And like Anshu Julie getting chinned, obviously, by Quillan Salkeld. Alexandre Topuria making his highly anticipated UFC debut. Jimmy Crute, yeah, was it Jimmy Crute? Yeah, Jimmy Crute had like a draw with Rodolfo Bellato. Yeah, this card was really shit, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm so grateful that UFC 325, like the Sydney card, is so good. Like, I'm so grateful for that. But like, in terms of picks, I picked Dricus Duplessis by decision. I picked Suarez by submission. Would you believe that? And the rest of the cards, I kind of just Hail Mary picked them. Like, I didn't really give a fuck. That's how ass this card was. And I don't even want to pull up the fucking main card. So yeah, this card was absolutely dog shit. I think there are Apex cards that were more stacked than this shit. And like, yeah, this shit was ass, bro. I'm just thinking about how shit it was. Yeah, bro, look at that. And the main event did not help either, bro. The main event was a dog shit fight as well between Dreekus and Strickland, except for that one moment in round 4. But other than that, this fight was like that fight was mid as fuck. And I can't believe that is Dreekus' last title defense, bro. It's really sad. Bro, you know what? I'd rather Dreekus fucking like lose to like Kamzat right after Dreekus beat Izzy, rather than losing to Kamzat right after he beat Strickland, because that fight was so bad, bro. Like that Strickland fight. But yeah, let's talk about UFC 313. This card wasn't crazy. It was good. It had some pretty decent fights. Now, in terms of picks, I did pick Magomed Ankalaev to beat Alex by decision. I picked Justin Gaethje to beat Rafael Fiziev by decision. I did really good on this card. However, I did pick Jalen Turner to beat Ignacio Barmondes, and I bet you guys are shocked how I remember this, because on UFC 5 I picked these fights. What's it? It had Roofy Bobby Green. I picked Roofy by round 1 KO. But I think the only pick I got wrong on this card was the what was it? The Jalen Turner putting himself in a triangle against Ignacio Barmondes. And then obviously we got Joshua Van beating the hell out of Ray Soria, defending every takedown. Crazy performance from Van. But yeah, this card was actually pretty good. I don't think it deserves to be an A tier, because like the main event wasn't that great. Like it was still like a good fight, like a kind of good fight, but it wasn't crazy. Like Ankalaev did rock Alex pretty bad in round 2. Round 3 was a pretty back and forth. Round 5 was back and forth. Round 4, Ankalaev literally just stunk it up. Like round 4, Ankalaev, all he did was just hold Alex against the fence. So that kind of sucked to see. Even though I picked Ankalaev, that still sucked to see. And when I watched it live, I low-key thought Alex won that shit when I watched it live. But then after rewatching, I was like, nah, Ankalaev won. So yeah, this card wasn't that crazy. I know Dana White fucking hated it. I know Dana was dreading this card after it happened. But yeah, obviously wasn't the craziest performance by Magomed Ankalaev, but he did shut down Alex's offense on the feet. Except for that rematch. I don't know what the fuck, bro. Like, I hope, I wouldn't be shocked if Alex got popped for roids, because how the fuck did he just destroy Ankalaev? Maybe it was the norovirus, who knows? But yeah, UFC 313 is pretty good. I give it like a 7, 8, not an 8, like a 7 out of 10. UFC 314, come on, bro. This was a straight up S tier card. I'm not even gonna like hold you guys on it, bro. This card was generational. Main event, like up to that point, fight of the year. Amazing fight between Volkanovski, Diego Lopez. Bro, I picked Volk by decision. I picked Paddy by round 2 submission. I picked Gene Silva by KO in the second round. I picked Patricio Pitbull. We're not gonna talk about that. And I also picked Nikita Krylov to beat Dominic Reyes. And yeah, like this card was really good, bro. We had such crazy finishes. We had that insane like step back counter from Dominic Reyes. We had Paddy beating the ever living fuck out of Michael Chandler. We had Michael Chandler, bro. We had like obviously that crazy ninja choke submission from Gene Silva against Bryce Mitchell. And yeah, bro, this card was insane. Sean Woodson getting stopped by Dan Ige. I think that was on this card. I can't remember. I think it might have been. Yeah. Sean Woodson losing to Dan Ige was in this card. But yeah, this card was absolutely stacked top to bottom. Bro, I will tell my kids about this card, because bro, I think this, like, I don't think I've ever ended off a day happier than like that day when Volkanovski won and got the belt back. I think that was honestly crazy, and as like part Aussie, that was a major feel-good moment. And yeah, crazy performance by Volk. Yeah, bro, Diego, bro, especially round 5 where Diego just starts eating his jabs and keeps trying to walk him down. Yeah, this card was insane. Let's talk about UFC 315. So far, I've gotten every main event right up to this point. I got this main event wrong. Actually, no, I might put this. I don't know if I put this on the C tier or the B tier, because this card it wasn't stacked, but like Bilal versus JDM was like borderline fight of the year. Like, you don't see Bilal in fight of the years. I'll put in C tier because the rest of the card was just shit. Like, obviously we had Aldo Zahabi, which was a great fight. Benoit Saint Denis subbing Kyle Prepolek. Valentina versus Menan Fiorot was absolute shit. It was a dog shit fight. And then Bilal Jack went to war. I picked Bilal Muhammad to win this fight. I picked Valentina Shevchenko to beat Fiorot. I picked Benoit Saint Denis to beat Prepolek. And I picked Jose Aldo to beat, what's the guy's name? Fucking, what was his name? Zahabi, yeah, Zahabi. I picked Jose Aldo to beat Zahabi by decision. Oh yeah, and also, bro, I think the big hit this card took was, Joel Alvarez not pulling out. Pulling out, because Joel Alvarez, if like Joel Alvarez versus Benoit Saint Denis did happen in this card, this would be a B tier, because, bro, I know, bro, the butterfly effect is crazy, dog. Like, if Alvarez never pulled out, he would have beaten Benoit Saint Denis. He would have destroyed Benoit Saint Denis. But now that he did pull out, Benoit's like borderline on a title run and might beat Dan Hooker. Look, I don't think he beats Dan Hooker, but I think it is something to talk about, is it not? But yeah, this card, I want to put at the B tier, but like, Bilal JDM kind of carried the entire card. I don't think that's enough for me to put it in the B tier, but yeah, it was like a pretty decent card. For a Canada pay-per-view, it was pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, let's talk about UFC 316. Now this card, again, it was not that good. Like that Joe Pyfer fight was crazy early on, and then just round 2 and 3 were kind of boring. I'll be dead ass with you guys. I didn't even watch Pena versus Harrison except for the like submission win. And then Merab versus O'Malley was a really good fight, where Merab had a really good finish on Sean O'Malley. In terms of picks, I picked Patchy Mix to beat Mario Bautista, and I picked I think I picked Joshua Van to beat Bruno Silva. I picked Merab to beat O'Malley by decision again, and I picked Harrison by TKO. So this card was actually pretty decent. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should put it on the B tier or not. Like, the card was really good. Like, Joshua Van beat the fuck out of Bruno Silva. Merab, Sean O'Malley, like, Merab submitting Sean. Look, bro, for me it sucked because I'm an O'Malley glazer. Like, I love Sean O'Malley. Like, I really do, bro. But seeing Merab, like, pick him up and just toss him was sad to see, bro. And in their first fight, like, this Sphere card, I know this is like a year ago, I picked Sean O'Malley to knock Merab out, so it's even worse knowing that O'Malley lost to him twice now, but it's okay. We'll be back. We'll beat Song Yadong, but yeah, Merab did get, like, a really nasty submission win, and probably he's never gonna get a finish again in his career. So yeah, but this card was pretty lackluster. Like, I'll be real, bro. In my opinion, fight of the night was unironically Bautista versus Mix. Nah, I'm joking. I'm just rage baiting, but I don't know, but Bautista beat the fuck out of Patchy Mix. Like, bro, what the fuck was Patchy Mix doing, dog? I picked Patchy Mix, and I thought he was gonna grapple early on. This motherfucker literally chose to strike with Bautista for 3 rounds and get pieced up. Fucking had no head movement whatsoever. Made Bautista look like this elite fucking, like, made him look like this savant on the feet. It was fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, well, it wasn't that great of a card. UFC 317, Topuria Oliveira International Fight Week. Look, bro, even though I hate to do it, it was such a good pay-per-view, man. UFC 317 was such a good card. Like, come on, how could you hate this card? Look, I have my reasons for hating on it. My favorite fighter, Charles Oliveira, did get knocked out in the first round. That sucked to see. I hated my day. But in terms of picks, I did really well on that card. I picked Ilya by round 2 KO. Like, I didn't think he was going to KO Charles immediately. I thought early on Charles would do well, but yeah, Ilya said, nah, fuck that. I picked Pantoja by decision. I picked Royval by round 3 TKO. Also, I'm never picking Royval again. For those of you that came shitting on me for the Manel Cap versus Royval fight. Alright, fine. I'm never picking Brandon Royval again. Happy now? You fucks? But yeah, I picked Royval to beat Joshua Van. Joshua Van, like, it was a war fight of the year, amazing fight. It was so crazy, bro. I remember I was like watching it with like my mates and stuff, like my brother and my mates, and I said, trust me, this fight is gonna be fight of the night. And bro, I felt like I started cheesing, bro. When round 3 ended, I was like, bro, I called it. But yeah, I picked Felipe Lima. What is his name? Felipe Lima? Yeah, Felipe Lima to beat Payton Talbot. So that was kind of shit. But I did pick Beneil Dariush to beat Moicano. And to this day, that's one of my greatest predictions ever. I picked Dariush by decision. And he gets it done by crafty decision. So yeah. UFC 317 was an amazing card. Gregory Rodriguez literally catching a fucking body, bro. Come on. He literally murdered Jack Hermanson. But yeah, this card was insane. Yeah, there's nothing much to say about it. UFC 317 was crazy. It was sad to see, but it was insane. Let's talk about UFC 318. Brother, this is a borderline, this is a D tier, but it's over. Actually, nah, I don't like it being the same tier as UFC 312. I think it's like dog shit. Don't get me wrong, it's dog shit, but I don't think it's UFC 312. Hold on. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can make a new tier. Hold on. Wait, just give me a minute, boys. Just give me a minute. Alright, hold on. Yeah, let's call this UFC 312. And then, let's call this one. Hold on, bro. Let me fix things. Let's call this one the, and let's put UFC. What's it? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Yeah. There we go. We fixed it now. There we go. Sorry, I had to make a new tier because of how ass UFC 312 was. Sorry about that. But yeah, nah, I had to do. Hold on. Let me make like an absolute black. Hold on. Let me make it like, there we go. That's good now. Sorry for the delay, but yeah, UFC 318 was shit, but it's not on the same level of shitness. I think I just came up with that word now. Not in the same level of shitness as UFC 312, but it was still pretty shit. I picked Max. You guys, this is when I started my channel, UFC 318. I picked Max Holloway. Those of you that don't know, I said that Dustin's in for like a rude awakening and stuff like that. I picked Max by round 4 TKO. I picked Brendan Allen by decision. I picked Roman Kopylov. I did really shit on the card. I picked Kevin Holland, but that one doesn't really count because Kevin Holland, you don't know what you're gonna get. And I also picked fucking Dan Ige. So yeah, I did really shit on this card. I'm not that mad at it, to be honest, because it was a bad card. I didn't really care that much. I was just happy Max versus Poirier 3 was a really good fight. Amazing send-off for Dustin Poirier, and yeah. It was still like not a good card though. A BMF title main event. Bro, I know UFC 326 has come out with some really good fights, but it needs like one more good fight. It needs like at least a super fight level co-main event, because Charles Max is like a borderline mega fight. I think like you need like one more like really good fight, and then it's a stacked card, because UFC 326 actually doesn't look that bad. Because I remember the last BMF like main event fight like card before 318 was UFC 291, and then they went absolutely hard on that card. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, we had Gaethje Poirier 2, Pereira versus Blachowicz, we had Tony versus Bobby Green, Derek Lewis versus Rodrigo de Lima. Is that his name? Yeah, I think that's his name. And obviously Wonderboy pulled out, but we had Kevin Holland versus Michael Chiesa. But yeah, that card was crazy. UFC 318 was dog shit. So yeah. Let's just talk about UFC 319. I did really good on this card. Where would I put it though? Look, we had a lot of crazy finishes. Carlos Prates like holding Jeff Neal. What's it? Lerone Murphy beating Aaron Pico. I picked Aaron Pico, by the way, and we're not gonna talk about that. We had the Helix MMA like disaster class with Kaya Sakura by round 1 KO, and yeah, like it was a good card. Like I hated the Kaya Sakura like getting submitted, and then the main event was just straight up dog shit. Like Kamzat DDP was dog shit. MVP beat the brakes off Jerry Cannonier. Yeah, this card was it was actually good. I actually liked it. I don't know if I liked it more than UFC 313, but I did like it, except for the main event. The main event is really bad. Like it's really bad. But yeah, I did really good on picks. I picked Kamzat by submission. Actually, you guys can go back and watch. I don't know if I should tell my picks about these next couple cards, but I'm gonna do them anyways. So yeah, let's talk about UFC 321. This card was an A tier. I can't say it was an S tier, bro. I can't say it. Like, obviously, Alex Pereira knocked out Magomed Ankalaev in round 1. I picked Ankalaev by KO. Marab beat the fuck out of Sandhagen. Yuri Proska flatlined Khalil Roundtree. Now my memory's a little more fresh, because, like, it hasn't been that long. Joe Pyfer submitted a boost. Zalal submitted Emmett. Yeah, it was a pretty good main card. I know there's more, but I can't remember a lot of them. But yeah, this card was like insanely good. I think we all knew it was going to be a banger when it got announced. Like, especially with Yuri versus Roundtree and the expectations we had for it. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Obviously I got that main event wrong, but I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I don't care about Ankalaev that much. But I just thought he was gonna win. That's all. Let's talk about UFC 321. This card. This was also a D tier card. I think it was. Was it better than Holloway Poirier? I don't know. No, it can't be. It cannot be better than Max versus Dustin 3, bro. It just can't. Like, it can't be better. I'm sorry, man. Like, the main event didn't even fucking happen. Like, it looked like we were gonna get a good fight, then it ended in an eye poke. Co-main event was dog shit. Umar versus Bautista was a really good fight, which, like, I saw coming. Like, I knew, like, Bautista wasn't just completely fucked. Like, I knew he wasn't, like, done for. Like, I knew he could do well against Umar. That's what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, it was a really good card. Like, until the fucking main event. And then, obviously, Almeida Volkov, fucking genuine acts of terrorism. like it was absolute shit. The fucking, like, Almeida Volkov fight. Azamat Mirzakhanov, like, actually killing, like, murdering Alexander Rakic. I picked Rakic to win, but yeah, this card was it was really shit, especially for an Abu Dhabi card, because we usually get stacked cards when it comes to Abu Dhabi, but I guess not this year. Okay, we got 2 more left. UFC 322, this card, I think it's a high B tier. Yeah, it's a high B tier for me. The main event was not that good of a fight. I personally did like the fight. Like, it had a lot more moments than Kamzat Drikas had. It was a lot more entertaining, in my opinion. Islam kind of just showed JDM levels, and it's not me saying this because I picked Islam to win. I picked Kamzat to win, and I'm willing to say that fight was dog shit. But I did expect more from Jack, though. I'm not gonna lie. And the Valentino fight was dog shit again. Bro, Valentino's boring as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. And ruined the Sphere card, ruined Canada, and ruined fucking 322, but what was I gonna say? I just had like a massive pause. I don't know why. Bro, I'm tweaking out, but yeah. Obviously, Protez, Brady, bro. For those of you that watched my like breakdowns of this card, I did so bad on fucking picks, dude. I think these are the worst picks I've ever made in a card. Like I think I went like 3 and 4 out of picks, bro. It was bad. Cause sometimes I just won't even pick fights that I don't care about. Like that's me personally. Like whether you like that or not, like that's just me. But yeah, I did really shit on that card. I picked Edwards by decision, even though my initial pick was Protez by round 2 KO. But I picked Edwards by decision. I picked Dariush by decision, even though my initial pick was Benoit by round 1 KO. And I also picked, Brady. I also picked Brady by decision, so I did really ass on that card. So yeah, let's talk about UFC 323. Come on, brother. This was easy S tier. Actually, nah, it was high A tier. Like, I think it was like the highest of the A tier because at the end of the day, Pantoja did get injured. But I will say this: if Pantoja Van was a wolf, it would be the best pay-per-view of the year. Like, there were crazy finishes. Jan Marab was a banger. A fight of the year again, another fight of the year. Amazing way to end the ESPN era of UFC pay-per-views. And yeah, it's just crazy, bro. We're already like approaching the Paramount card, and yeah, can't wait for that. Like UFC 324 looks really stacked. Shit main event, but it looks really stacked. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I should put this on S tier or not. Nah, I'll keep it at high A tier only because Pantoja got injured. But yeah, this is it. Let me know what you guys think of this tier list. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. Let me know what you guys like. Let me know what you guys will put these like cards into, like a tier, like whatever you want. Just let me know. Like, I do care about your guys' opinions, especially the ones that disagree with me, because those, in my opinion, are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. But yeah, like and subscribe for more content like this. Follow my Instagram and Twitter on my channel links. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Silix MMA signing off. Latest. Have a good one.